Yeah, good afternoon, Lou. Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. We're outside the Los Alamitos Unified School District boardroom where an in-person board meeting was canceled for tonight. They moved it to online, but this protest was not canceled. As you can see, they have gone forward. Most of the folks here that you're seeing are opposed to some new things that the school board has adopted and one they're planning to adopt. Basically, one of the big things they're opposed to is a new ethnic studies program that the school says would give different perspectives. School district officials say it would basically give perspectives of how people of color have contributed to American history that may not be covered well in traditional U.S. history classes. However, some of the folks out here believe that there's a secret agenda with that ethnic studies class, that it is actually being used to try to indoctrinate their children with left-wing ideology. They're also concerned about something else on the agenda tonight regarding social justice standards, a way of dealing with social justice issues in the classroom. They believe that also is just some sort of agenda that's being developed in order to indoctrinate children. Now, the school district has pushed back against some of those accusations. For one, they say that the agenda for ethnic studies has nothing to do with critical race theory, a controversial theory that some of these folks believe will be used in the curriculum. They also say that these are standards that are used throughout the country to try to teach these kinds of things. Nonetheless, the controversy has grown to the point that the in-person meeting was canceled tonight. We talked to the chief of police of Los Alamitos. He said they had concerns that activists, extremists on the far left and far right would show up and clash with each other, and possibly that could turn violent. So for that reason, he advised the school board to go online with this meeting tonight and not do it in person. They agreed. Here's more from the Los Alamitos police chief.
There are people that are here within our community that actually have a sincere concern on both sides of this issue, and wanted to express that concern, and we're fine with that. But my concern is, as the police chief, is all of the other outside involvement and of folks that don't live within this community, that are going, they have a right to say what they want to say, but I just thought it would be more conducive to being actually able to have that conversation, that they're willing. I mean, obviously the board wants to hear the input, and this is a good way for them to be able to hear that input in a safe manner.
Now, part of the chief's concerns stem from what happened in previous meetings regarding ethnic studies. He says at one of the last meetings, when some of the opponents of ethnic studies got up and spoke, they were followed out of the meeting by what he said were self-described Antifa members. And when they got to their cars, some of those Antifa members, according to the chief, sprayed pepper spray, possibly pepper spray and shaving cream on those folks' cars. When that happened, there were other online posts from folks on the right side of the aisle who said they were going to show up to help protect some people who shared their viewpoints. That's why he was concerned there could be a clash. That's why he advised them to cancel the meeting. And as I said, tonight's meeting is canceled as far as the in-person. It will be online starting at 6:30 p.m. But as you can see here, they decided to go ahead with their protest anyway. For now, reporting live in Los Alamitos, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.